everyone, welcome to a cook along with me. My name is Sumi. This is a great opportunity to share with you guys a very festive treat that we can make with Amul products. So tonight we are going to be making snowball cookies. It's very easy to make, very few ingredients, and it tastes awesome with Amul butter. So let's take a look at all the ingredients we'll be using. And this is about, you can make it with this quantity, you'll be able to make about 20 snowball cookies. That's what we're going to be making. So first off, I got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I got whole pecans, cashews, anything that you have on hand, walnuts, any of those will do. So we need 1 cup of that. And what I have done here is that take 1 cup of pecans and I crushed them into our mortar and pestle, just crushed it very nice. And so what we're going to do first thing is to just take a tablespoon of our all-purpose flour and mix it in so that the cookies stay nice and crunchy, right? And that is done. So this is 1 cup of pecans that I transformed into nice fine powder, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We need Amul butter, of course, and a buffalo milk butter tastes awesome with this recipe. This is the unsalted butter. So I got about 1 cup worth of it. And then we need confectioner sugar. So if you have regular sugar, we can actually transform it in your mixie, grinder, any of that, and get it into a nice fine powder. And that's what we need. We need about 2/3 cups of that. And then we need vanilla essence and salt. That's it. Just this much and you'll get an amazing cookie. So without further ado, we're going to get the show on the road. All right? How many of you guys are watching, and are you all waiting for the Christmas? Are you all ready for it? So first up, I have a standing mixer. If you don't have a standing mixer, that's fine. You can use a hand blender. So what we're going to do here is lower our bowl and add all of our butter that is in room temperature. Just add it all of it together along with our sugar. Okay. All right, try to get as much as possible. And then we need about 1 teaspoon of our vanilla extract. Beautiful. Okay, let's crank up the stand. Okay. While that is mixing, we are just making sure that sugar and butter is well combined with that vanilla extract. That's all we need. While that is going on, I already talked to you about the pecans, right? The pecans, these are roasted and unsalted as well. Make sure not to have it salted because then it becomes really salty. So this is 1 cup of pecans. And as you can see, there is some bite-sized pieces. It's not all fine powder. Okay. Got that? And if you look at my mixing bowl right now, it's nice combined buttery, sugary vanilla extract. Okay, we're going to stop that here, and then I'm going to lower it and use my spatula to just scrape down the sides of it. All right. Into this, we're going to add all of our all-purpose flour. And I will have this recipe pinned to the page. So in case if you guys want to make it, you can make it later on. Okay, and then our pinch of salt. Okay, let's get this back up and slowly let's start mixing it so that flour doesn't fly all over the place. And then we're going to crank up the speed. Hello, Frau. All right. It is well mixed through now. We are just making sure that color change will happen very soon. Nice wet look. Try not to over mix it because then that gluten will form. So this is where it is. And turn it off and bring it down. This is it. Our dough is ready. Okay. And I'm going to use the same standing mixer bowl to mix our pecans in. And this is where you have to use your elbow grease. Okay. You can have this coated in sugar, or you can even enjoy it without that nice powdery snow effect. Okay, let's mix, scrape down the bowl. Okay. Now you can see it's well mixed. I'm going to add all of our prepared pecans into this. And mix again. Make sure it's well combined. And we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so what I have done right now, I have a silicone mat here. I'm going to dump all of this into our mat here. Pecans are nuts that we can get here. Walnuts, badams, cashews, it's in the family of nuts. That's why I wanted to show you what a pecan looks like. It's really good. It has nice omega-3 in there, nice fatty acid. So it's really good for you. We usually get these during Christmas, and there's so many varieties that you can make with that. We usually have this in salads as well. Okay, let's get all of that from the spatula. And I do have my husband helping me out. He's the one who's handling the camera. Okay. At this time, I want to work with the gloves because our heat from the hands is going to melt that butter, and it's going to take some more time to mold that, bring that shape. So I'm just going to get a gloves on and start forming this. It's like a chapati dough, right? So just bring it all together. And this silicone mat actually helps with that. And it's easy to wash. Very, very good to make chapatis. You can see the round. You're just mixing all of that pecans into our dough. Especially during Christmas, these are, they can turn into snowball cookies. Or if you don't want that the powdered sugar, then you can just have it as is. Okay, we're just folding it in, making sure that our pecans are well distributed in that dough. And when you use unsalted butter, you can actually control the level of salt in your cookies or in your whatever dish you're making. I really love the flavor that Amul has for this buffalo butter. It's really good. So you can do this with one hand now. It's as soft as that. Okay. As you can see, the nuts are well distributed all along our cookie dough. Very easy. See that? You can just make a giant ball out of this. And this you can make ahead of time and freeze it. In fact, if you freeze it, it makes your life much easier. Okay, see how smooth this has become? This is our snowball cookie dough. And it is holding its shape. Now what we are going to do is make small balls out of this. That is totally up to you how big or small you like to have your snowball cookies. Try to get nice even shape all throughout. All the balls should be the same size. Anything in the chat? You guys are feel free to ask me any questions. We have been doing live cooking shows for quite some time on Amazon Live Cooking, so feel free to check those out as well. I also have a YouTube channel called Curry TV, and there I also share my other recipes as well. All right. Okay. We're just going to form these into some small bowls here. And with this dough, you can make about 20 snowball cookies. And after you form these dough or small balls, you have to keep it in the fridge for at least 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, so that they hold the shape. Otherwise, when you pop it right into the oven, it will become flat. You don't want that because this is a snowball cookies. We want the ball shape. Okay. Just going to continue this process. And that is our macaw that is making the sound in the background. We do have a parrot in the house. Yes, we do. Okay. So with these balls, what I'm going to do is line a parchment paper, a wax paper onto a cookie sheet, and then lay these down. So I just wanted to show you that. I got a parchment paper on a baking sheet, and what we're going to do is line all these up and pop these into our fridge for about 30 minutes. But I know you guys don't have enough time for that, right? So therefore what I did is actually do one set ahead of for you guys. So I'm just going to put these into the oven and get the next batch out. So I'll work with this after we are done with this show. All right, I have prepared a set ahead of time. As you can see, these are nice and rock, like hard rock. So with these, we are going to pop it into our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes. Okay, let the timer go on. I do have another set which has already been done for you guys. And I'm just going to bring that over here. And what I have done here, as you can see, these are nice and firm, really soft, but look at the nice golden color at the bottom. That's when you can tell that these cookies are done. They're very, very nice and tasty. So right now what we're going to do is get the next roll going. And that is to get some powdered sugar, and we're just going to dump these when they are nice and hot, not too hot, but where you can actually handle the heat. We're just going to roll them in this confectioner sugar to make that feel of snow effect. See that? This is how we make snowball cookies in the house, and you can make a batches of this and give it to your friends and family. These are very great, nice ideas, very few ingredients, but it makes so good. They're so good, especially to have with a glass of milk. Sounds amazing, right? And if you like more sugar, you should do double coating. Okay, once it sets, we can do double coating. All right. How are we doing on time?
Yeah, we are 16 minutes into the
Okay. It's pretty cold out here. We are about to have snow tonight. So I hope you guys all staying safe and inside, right? And these are simple pleasures that we can enjoy during these holidays. If you have friends and family coming over for New Year's or something, make a batch of this. Try it out. And I will share this recipe. We'll have it pinned to the page so you guys can try it out. Okay. We're just going to continue this process, and this is how simple it is to make snowball cookies. In about 30 minutes, if you have everything prepared ahead of time, you can make these. That's why I said you can make a big batch of this, keep it in your freezer. When you want it, just cut a slice out of that, make it into balls, and enjoy. Bake them. See how they come out? Is there any question or? Okay, if you want to do the double coat, right? We can just do one more coating, and then you can see the difference, how well that sugar coated cookies will look like. Great way to enjoy with the kids as well. They love to make these small balls. And it's okay if you have a little bit of sugar on top, because that just adds a more texture look to your snowball cookies. And when they're nice and warm, it just slowly melts in. All right, we are so close being done. If you guys have any questions or thoughts, feel free to use the chat box. We'll be able to answer those. And what I like to do here, how to store them, right? You can store these in airtight containers and they will freeze as well. So if you want to give these in gift bags, that makes a great gift to your friends, neighbors, family, everybody. So what I like to show you is, just going to wash up. Okay, so the remaining balls that we have here, we're just going to go in and start, because it needs to be kept in the fridge fast, otherwise it's just going to melt that butter in. Okay, work it in. Do we have anybody watching from other than India, or is everybody from India? I know Amul has a lot of branches all over. We have done one or two shows in the past. It's been a while. Okay. Just going to shape them. And then you can put these in plastic containers and freeze them. As these are into small balls, that's how you can freeze them, so that you don't have to do the extra work.
Someone is asking the baking temperature.
It's 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius, I believe. Pramod, can you Can you please mention what the Celsius is? Okay. We are so used to making it these in Fahrenheit, I totally forgot about converting it into Celsius. I'm so sorry about that.
In which powder are you rolling this?
This is the confectioner sugar. So if you have the regular sugar, just add some of that into your mixie or blender, whichever one you have, and just fine powder it. That's all. That's just a fine powder of sugar. And pecan, you can, if you don't get pecans, you can use badam, such as almonds, or cashews, or even walnuts, whichever nuts that you have. I wouldn't use peanuts, but cashews, almonds, badams, or pistachios are also really nice. If you want to get into the Christmassy theme of green, getting some green in between, you can definitely add that. Okay, just going to continue making these balls, and I'm going to show you how they're going to come out. And once they come out, don't put it right into the powdered sugar because it's hot, right? It's going to melt and then it just won't do it. Just let it wait for like 5 minutes or so, and then start putting them into that powdered sugar, and they will get nice and coated. So we have the streaming on both the pages. So another question from the other page is that where do we get this mat? This is from, we bought this online. You can search it on Amazon. They should have it. This is a great way to make your chapatis because it just makes it easy.
Someone is watching from Kerala.
After baking, we keep it in the fridge. After baking it, you don't have to keep it in the fridge because they're it depends on how much you make. All 20 of them, and if there's just 2 of you guys or 1 of you guys, then it's best to keep it in the fridge. If not, use it in an airtight container, and they will do really good at room temperature. Hello from Kerala. Thank you. Kanagala Andy. Thank you, Andy. Okay, so the sugar, there's no other flavors added to the sugar. It is just plain sugar. If you want to add other flavors, you are more than welcome to. For Snowball Cookies, we would prefer not to add any flavor to it. I believe somebody was asking about if we can flavor the sugar with cardamom or jeera. It's not a must. All right, I'm just going to move all of this into a baking pan. Let me just wash up. All right. I have the rest of it. I'm just going to add a few more on this to make the tray full, and then we'll get 1 more. So as you can see, there is about 20 here, or 15 right now, and then there's another 5 here. Exactly 20 cookies as I promised. So have batches of this ready, and you can just pop them into your oven. You can do two layers. If you have a small oven, I prefer to do 1 at a time, 1 tray at a time. But if you have a bigger oven like that, you can do 2. Okay, but will it not melt? It will not melt completely. You will still have that powdered sugar on there. I did make a snow shape linzer cookies, and then in there I just did add it. Pramod, can you please get that black plate of cookies that we made? And that was made on Monday, and I just wanted to bring out how well it holds a shape. We want to enjoy it. We don't want that extra sugar, so therefore I just dusted it off all the excess sugar, but they will stay as it is. And you can make these same shapes into other same dough into different shapes. So you can make snowflakes, a Christmas tree, an ornament, any of these. Even you can fill them with jam or jelly that you get. Sugar powder coating after baking will do, or before baking. When you're baking, you do not add sugar on top of it. Once it's done baking is when you actually give that snow effect. We are making snowball cookies, so to get that snow effect is why we roll it in that powdered sugar. If you don't want that extra sugar, you don't have to have it. Okay, we're going to put these into our next set. Let's grab a tray, gloves. They're so fragile at this stage, and make sure not to pop it right on top of the silicone mat. But as you can see how soft and golden they are, they're just beautiful, and it smells amazing too. Can you all see that? I just touched this one with the gloves, sorry. But they're nice and hot, so soft. As soon as they come out of the oven, it is so super soft. Let it rest for like 5 minutes, like I mentioned, and they will do wonders. They will hold its shape. They'll be awesome. Oh, yeah. Steady hands so you guys can get a close-up view. I wanted to show you the difference when you know and it's done. See that butter just makes a nice golden color on top, and this is just doughy. See it has a glossy look to the top. Yeah, very good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking show, and I want to thank you, Amul, for giving us an opportunity to share this wonderful recipes. And if you like these and other kind of recipes, do follow us on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, and we'll come back and show you more. And let me show you the final product, how it's looking like from this. So this is the beginning stage where the dough formed. We baked it, and then this is how we get the snowball form. Hello, Anisha. You're not disturbing at all. Absolutely not. This is not a disturbance. This is a great way to learn from each other, and I would love to have this virtual friendship going on. So my name is Sumi, and my husband Promod. So that's my name, Sumi Promod, and we do Curry TV on YouTube. We also do on Amazon as well, and I try to inspire people to make healthy dishes. And for Christmas is when I actually go with sugar and stuff. I know sugar is not so healthy, but I did not add any color, any unwanted stuff. This is actually a good way to enjoy a sneak view of your holiday pleasures. And then once the new year hits, you can go back to your resolutions and work out, burn those calories, and you'll be in a good shape. And Amul has great products, so definitely check out your grocery stores, and they'll be able to give you more. Hi Madhu, how are you? Hold on just 1 minute. Let me read that comment here.
Some converted that 350 back to Celsius.
Oh, they did. So it's 180 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much. Kanagalada Andy just did mention it is, or I'm sorry, I don't know if it is Andy or not. It is actually 180 degrees. Thank you so much. And this is how we can actually enjoy during the holidays, right? Madhu, how are you? Anybody else that I missed? We can actually touch base with you guys. Can you share the recipe again? It's already pinned to the page, so feel free to check that out. This is a KitchenAid standing mixture. I think this is what they were asking for. It's a KitchenAid brand. It's called KitchenAid. Baking time is 12 minutes for these cookies. If you don't have pecans, you can use any nuts. Badams, cashews are great substitutes for pecans. All-purpose flour, there's nothing else in there. It's just all-purpose flour, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, salt a pinch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then I had 2/3 cups of powdered sugar along with 1 cup of butter. And what else do we have? 1 cup of pecans, and you can substitute that for any nuts that you may have. We'll try to help as much as possible. I'm trying to read through the comments that is coming by. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Thank you.
They are asking about the sugar.
It's the regular sugar.
Whether we coat it before or after.
We coat it after you bake the cookies. Always do after you bake the cookies.
Carla was asking.
Carla, we actually powder them after we bake. We'll get the ingredients list. Yes, we will have the ingredients list there in the recipe as well. It's very easy. Unsalted butter. Make sure it's always unsalted butter because I want to control the salt that goes into your body. So that therefore I prefer to use unsalted butter. And so that is about 1 cup. When you're baking anything for that matter, have your butter and your eggs at room temperature. It makes your life so much easier. So have your butter at room temperature, and that's about 1 cup. And into that we added our 2/3 cups of sugar, blended it well along with our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once you see that it is well distributed in that butter, and you see that you can feel it, then you add the dry ingredients, which is your all-purpose flour. Before I added the all-purpose flour, I did take 1 tablespoon of that and coated our pecans so they won't just all be clumped up together. And since this is not a loose batter, it will hold its shape. And then once we had the butter, sugar, and vanilla extract all mixed through, we added our pecans and our all-purpose flour, mixed it in. After you have your all-purpose flour in, mix it and then bring it to your table, and then mix in with your hands for the pecans.
So they are asking if they want to powder it when it's hot.
Not too hot. So these been out of the oven for like maybe 3-4 minutes and it is still hot. So once they are still hot, don't roll it in there. Wait for a few minutes. So that's why I had a batch just be done right before we actually went live, so that I can time myself to get the perfect color coding or for the snowball cookies. And it's been what, 10 minutes and they're still holding its shape. The sugar has not melted and it's really nice. If you want to add chocolate chips, you can, but then you won't get snowball cookies. Amul tastes always the best. So many childhood memories. Absolutely, I agree, no doubt about that. You can keep this in the fridge and it will last quite some time. But if you were to enjoy this, or if you want to keep it in an airtight container, not in an open surface, that is also fine. Kids love them. Yes, they do. Kids will enjoy this. Okay, so I think we did a good show for tonight. I hope you guys stay healthy and safe. Hope you guys all will have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. We will all see you guys soon. And my name is Sumi, and I'm signing off along with my husband, Promod. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.